Geriatric, old, pissbag merchants. Maybe I owe him an apology. See, guys, at the end of the day, it's all about scoring goals. That's the name of the game. It's all about scoring goals. So, what was my beef with Barca and Lewandowski? Simple, he's old. He's old. And I said to myself that, and you know what it was? If we didn't know the Lewandowski before this, if we didn't know the Polish nuke, he's actually a pretty good striker. In a world where there are hardly any strikers, actually would be a pretty good striker. But you know what the issue is? It's almost like being a victim of his own success, because we knew him as being one of the most lethal strikers in the modern day. The fall off is why we have ourselves say that, man, he's old, his geriatric is falling off. But I said to myself that, look, he's old. Hearing what it was, you can see he's lost his step. You can see he's aging a bit. Vitor Roque. But Lewandowski is getting the numbers. And Lewandowski is getting the goals. Because if we look at it, let's check this out. So, sorry. If we look at this right now, there we go. So, in his first season, 33 appearances, 23 goals. He won the Pichichi. Last season, where guys were saying, bro, 19 goals is good. Like, that is a decent number for most strikers. I believe there was an EPL season where I think the Golden Boots was like 18 or 19 goals. So 19 goals for a so-called bad season is not bad. And also, what's it called? That's really far away from the previous season where he won the Pichichi. So if you actually look at the raw numbers, Lewandowski has actually been pretty damn good for Barcelona. And so, which is why, like, again, my abuse towards it, my issue towards it has always been his age and his decline. But if a guy is declining, you see, a guy who is washed doesn't get 19 goals. I'm sorry, 19 goals is that's a good season. For any striker, 19 goals is good. So before that, you got 23 goals. So again, when we look at this, okay, wait, hang on, is he really declining, or has this sort of has there really been an agenda to claim that he's aging, to claim that he's in decline, to claim that he's a geriatric? You know, because, like, we've already started this season right now, and what's it called? No, it doesn't have this season's. Does it have this season's stats? No, it doesn't have this season's stats. But yeah, so, because I think he's on 3 goals now, 2 or 3 goals now. And you see, my thing always was, question is old, but it was always been in Barca's hands. And you have to understand a league. A league is 38 games. It's not so Barca, Real Madrid. You can throw Atleti in there, but let's look at Barca and Real. Real can beat Barca twice, and Barca can still win the league. So in those 38 games, it's not how well you do against those top teams. It's how well you do over 38 games. That is how a league is done. And there are many variables. Your midfield has to be working. Your defense has to be working. You have to be a good clean sheet. You have to have less injuries. You have to have a go-to formation you can go to. But fundamentally, if you have a consistent goal scorer, that's a great foundation. Yes, Rafinha needs to chip in. Yes, Yamal needs to chip in like he's chipping right now. The stocks are high. I've invested all my stocks in Lamine Yamal. Yes, the stocks are invested. But if you just have a guy who can give you 19, just 20 to 21, and he can give you 10, he can give you 10, he can give you 10. That is the basic recipe of a league-winning season. And you can't sleep on this. You can't sleep on this. Flick knows Lewandowski. He's worked with him. He understands him. You see, when Lewandowski came to Xavi, first of all, Xavi got his badges from the deserts of Arrakis, and Xavi is still a rookie, and he hadn't worked with Lewandowski. So there were many things working against him. Hansi Flick. Before Hansi Flick even became Bayern manager, he had so much experience working for Germany, peak Germany, when they said what's up and they were the best team in the world. So he had all that experience, plus he came into Bayern, plus he got a hat-trick. And let's be real, guys, let's be real. Lewandowski in his final form was under Hansi Flick. Lewandowski at his peak, in his final form, in his ultra instinct form, full-on power levels, like the power levels are going crazy. The power levels are going in freaking insane. You can't even read it. You can't even read his power levels. Lewandowski in the final form, where he was really the ski, where he was really the Polish nuke, was under Hansi Flick. So Lewandowski was like, yeah, he knows me. He understands me. He knows how to get other guys to best utilize me. So that is a little trick up his sleeve. And guys, I'm coming to a limb and say that Real are not going to win the league this season. It's not me being jinxing. It's not reverse psychology. It's not me being cool, because they have to fit in Mbappe. They have to acclimatize to Mbappe. Mbappe is a different sort of element that they need to sort of understand. So while they are fitting in the goal scorer, how do we play Mbappe? Which role does Mbappe play? How does he work with Vini? Oh, Lewandowski, this is season 3. So he's cool. You see, like for Mbappe, he's making his season debut. So we're just watching this TV show now. I mean, as you know, we're in season 3 on this TV show right now. So like we know the characters very well. We're very well versed in characters. See, for Mbappe, this is like the season opener. Okay, so it's like this is the pilot episode. So we're not going to see, are we going to take this series? Are we going to cancel this series? So is this going to be The Wire, Sopranos, or is this going to be The Acolyte, where we now cancel it after the first season? You know, for Barcelona, we're fully in the season right now. So Mbappe, you are required to be the goal scorer. So Mbappe, you are required to do what Lewandowski does to you. And guys, let's not have a scenario where Lewandowski, at his age, who's been called a geriatric and washed up and past his peak, don't let a pissbag merchant outscore Mbappe. Don't let a guy who is way past his peak outscore a World Cup GOAT. Because if that happens, extremely uncomfortable conversations will have to be had. Conversations that I don't even want to have. But I'll say it right now, this La Liga season is going to be very, very, very interesting. Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.